Hello guys, this is FRENCHCOPS and welcome on this weekly recap number 3. We're gonna speak about the weekly number 3, but before that I'm gonna recap the max score of the previous week. As you can see, I don't have a max score because you don't really care about pushing now. The most important is to push at the end of the season because like the reward and stuff like that are at the end. Like at the moment, most of my friends are not playing, that's why I'm doing the trial solo at the moment. With 180, you probably gonna be Cantina Legend. I think the weekly cap were like 160, 170, something like that. So I mean, even if you are not Cantina, you don't really care. Like just remain hotshot is fine. Even if you are not hotshot, like you have time, you have like 6 more weeks, I think. So the max score for people who really like to try hard, because I mean that's the only end game to do in arcaders, so I understand that people like to the challenge and the competition. I used to do that with my friends because it was nothing else to do, but we are playing marathon or we are playing other games at the moment, so I don't really have time to push the max score. But let's speak about that. The open containers inside the traffic tunnel, the max score was 73,000. I know it was really complicated, and people on my Discord, they speak about this for like days. Like they were, oh, you see, you can do the antenna on the roof of the vehicles. You can check here, check here. It was like, it was a really nice trial. I think overall, people played more this week than the previous one. I think like the first week, last week, everybody was chilling. And for this second week, people start to play again. I mean, we are far from the season 2 because people are at the moment are still a bit bored about the game, sadly, which I can understand because like they are not doing a lot of patch. That's the problem. But overall, I think like people are more happy to do the trials again. You know, the second trial was the search raider cage. The max that we saw this week was 48. Which is really nice. So 73, 48, the damage Rocketeers, Leaper and Bastion was 83. So it was really nice. It was close to the max score from the previous weeks. Previous seasons. The Destroyed Ticks, the best we saw this week was 116, which is really nice. If it's legit, it's really nice because there are still bugs. You know, the ticks are spawning behind the wall. So if it's legit, it's a really good score. At the final week of the season 2, we did 103. Legit. Which is already like a top world accomplishment. Huh? So if you have more than 100, legit, it's a really good score. And for the new trial, the Destroy Arc Enemy in the Swarm, the max was 127. But I think this is not the max possible. The max possible is probably way higher. Because we did 46k and we didn't use any snitch scanner, and I think you can get like 72k with scanners. So I mean, overall it's a really good score. 127, it's really good. But if it was like the final week, I think people would have done like 140, 150 probably. But that requires a lot of strat. And voilà, that's it for the week. The max score possible was like 400. Oops, sorry. The max score, I'm a bit sick. The max score possible was like 450, I think. Like max. Maybe higher, but the number one this week was 416. GG. Not needed, but GG. Good, really good perf. And voilà, let's speak about the new week. We're gonna start by the Get Hit by Lightning. That's the first time we see this one. It doesn't seem really complicated. The problem is, obviously, it's gonna be better if you play as a team because it's like 3 times more points, obviously. So once more, the solo player gonna be disadvantaged, like always. But I mean, you just have to get hit by lightning, so you need a lot of healing. The only thing that I don't know when I'm making this video is if you get hit at the edge, because you take less damage, obviously, does it give the same amount of points, or if you get hit like on the middle, you know, when you take a lot of damage? So I don't know if the point are the damage you are receiving, probably. And if you just need to be hit and it doesn't really care about the point, you want to be hit like at the gap of the lightning strike, you know. But the problem is sometimes maybe you're gonna miss, so I'm not sure that it's worth it, you know. So I think you just need a lot of healing, and that's it. Huh? I don't know if, I mean, because I'm making this video before the trials, you know. I don't know if you're gonna have to stay like AFK and you get hit by not moving, or if you have to chase for the lightning, but for me it's like impossible, no? Like the reaction time is too too quick, like you can't do anything. So I don't know, I don't really know, but it seems really easy. If you don't have any teammate, go in the video description, looking for group channel on my Discord, and you will find people for doing that. It's not really complicated, just take a lot of healing. For the map, obviously it's Electromagnetic Storm, but to be honest, like, do you think there's some map with more lightning than other maps, or the condition is the same for all? I just know that since the last patch, like the season 3 patch, there is more often the lightning, you know, so it's gonna be easy to make point. But I think you can play on any maps. It's a bit too early to say. If you are watching this video like later, let me know in comment what do you think. For the damage Hornet, I made a really good video. It was when I was doing like the best video ever, because at the moment the game is really quiet, so the video are like normal, you know, but back in the time I made a perfect video. You have the explanation, full run, everything. Take a look. I will put in the description if I can, and if I forget, I will probably forget, you just put damage on it, FRENCHCOPS, and you will find the video. It's a video to get more than 100,000, so it's a nice one. I think the max score was like 170, something like that. So if I remember, it's on the hidden bunker condition, so Spaceport. We're gonna play on Spaceport because you have 40 minutes, so it's obviously better with 40 minutes. You can also probably try on Blue Gate, like the lock gate condition, the 40 minutes on Blue Gate, but in my memories, it was not as good as Spaceport. So try Spaceport. I mean, you can try both because you have 1 week, so you have time. But I think Spaceport Hidden Bunker is better. Then the new trial damage flying arc enemies inside the Spaceport wall. It's not really complicated, same as a swarm, so you can probably pull things outside. You can probably throw snitch scanner to get more points because you're gonna kill the wasp. So you're gonna, every week you're gonna have to farm the snitch scanner if you want a high score. But the good thing is at the moment you don't really care about being a Cantina or hotshot. I mean, the reward is at the end, so it's not, you are not hurry to be Cantina Legend, so it's fine. But if you want a really high score, yeah, you need the snitch scanner for sure. And otherwise you just play like last week. I did like 60k I think on the swamp. I didn't bring any scanners, nothing, so you don't really care. And voilà, so Spaceport obviously, Hidden Bunker probably, because it's 40 minutes, it's obviously better. So Hidden Bunker, and you can do that on Spaceport Electro, so it's a Spaceport. Damage Bombardier, Spaceport Night. Because you have like 3 Bombardiers, sometimes 4, I think. There is always 1 Bombardier spawning late, like at the north of the map. You know, there is a trench at the north, and at the northeast, like close to the rocket assembly, between the trench and the rocket assembly, you always have 1 Bombardier extra spawn at the end of the game, like at 10 minutes, 12 minutes. So, Spaceport Night, or Electro if you want, but I prefer do it at night. And for the last one, I made a video also for this one, so it's on Stella montis. I mean, usually it's really fast. You can even do it solo. You can have max score solo in like 10 minutes with a free kit, so it's really simple. You just have to take, you know, the things for the doors, and you put each door have 2 things. But I mean, go watch the video. I'm not gonna re-explain everything, but you put deliver carriable FRENCHCOPS and you will have the video. It's a really good one. So at the moment, I made a video for this, like a perfect video for this one and this one. And I didn't made this because it's new, this because it's new, and this because I don't think it was, and maybe the first time that we see damage Bombardier like solo, because most of the time it was like damage Bombardier, Bastions, Leaper, stuff like that. I think it's maybe the first time I see the damage Bombardier like solo. I know, at the moment I'm playing so much at Marathon that I'm forgetting stuff a bit, and voilà. That's it for this week. I don't think it's gonna be really hard, like overall, that have to be simple. The damage Hornet is a bit boring, but at least you don't have to use the snitch scanner, so it's just fine. Like you can split, and if you are as a team, you can split. If you are solo, you just have to kill the Hornets and pull the snitch to, because when you pull a snitch, she will call 2 wasp and 1 Hornet, so you need to pull the snitch every time if you want more Hornets. This one is definitely the boring one, where you're gonna get the most point. I mean, Hornet and this one, you're definitely gonna get the more point. I mean, I don't know about the lightning, maybe it's gonna be really good to make points, but for now, from what I know, these 2 are the best. And the damage Bombardier is also good, but it's a bit boring. It's not really complicated, but it's a bit boring. You need like a deadline or a cracker, you know, you shoot for the legs and you shoot in the back. It's not really complicated. Huh? And the deliver carriable, it's super easy. So overall, you should be able to go hotshot easily if you are not already hotshot. Thanks for watching, guys. Please, like always, subscribe, like, share, put a comment. It's really important because the game hype is going down and people are not really watching anymore. So if you want to give some motivation, just put a little comment or like, and the YouTube algo will do the rest. Thanks a lot, guys, and see you for the next video. I'm gonna try to do the get by lightning as a free kit. That's gonna be really complicated because I'm gonna have to find some healing and stuff like that. I'm gonna try to do like, I don't know if you saw last week, but I did a lot of free kit video. I did a 46k on the ticks as the free kits. It was my my best videos last week, like it was my favorite one. So I'm gonna try to do the same. I think I can do the Bombardier with the free kit. You just need to shot in the legs and in the back, so it's not that complicated. And voilà. Thanks, guys, and see you.